family, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Authentically Being Ava. I'm Ava. So family, thank you for joining me. So today's topic, forgiveness. So family, this is a deep one, and I think it's so needed because I have looked over some of the videos that I have produced, and I hope they've been beneficial to you. But I looked at them and I thought, okay, I'm identifying different behaviors of people and situations you could be in and how to handle that, do what's best for you, all that. But there's the next step after that, There's healing, and we've discussed all of that. Confronting the issue, the person, getting help, getting healed, and just being in peace with yourself, because nobody wants to look over the course of their life, or look up one day and they're just angry and bitter. That's no way to live your life, and that's not a healthy life either. So family, so that's why I want to talk about forgiveness today, because it's something that I had to come to terms with myself. Just kind of standing back and looking over the whole picture, and we all can do that in our lives. And this is, well, I'll say this, for me, it was a way for me to just find the most peace, to have the most peace in my life. I'm just not a person who wants to be angry, that has these chips on my shoulders, and every time I see this person, I'm going to roll my eyes and it's too much energy. You're giving it too much energy. That's just how I feel. So it's not just forgiving the other person, it's forgiving yourself. It's letting yourself off the hook. I know you guys have probably heard this in other situations. You've heard, forgive them because it's for you. In the end, it benefits you. It's so true. It's so true. I know I've had personal experience with people who harbored anger, towards other people for things that they've done to them. They outwardly portrayed that they forgave them and had an active relationship, but inward, and I didn't understand this or know this until I spoke with them about it. And I just thought, wow. But I've seen other cases also where you can kind of just look at how a person holds themselves, how they are, how they act, the things that come out of their mouth. They're expressing it in indirect ways. And so what I'm saying is that holding on to that bitterness and anger, from somebody who did something to you 10, 20 years ago, you're hurting yourself. And what I mean by that is you can do yourself harm. You can create illness within your body, disease within your body through thoughts and emotions and feelings that you are just holding trapped inside of your body, thinking, I'm never going to speak to them again. They're never going to, that's not hurting them. They've moved on with their lives and are doing other things, Meanwhile, you're still here, harboring ill feelings. And I had to learn that in my own life, It's like I don't have the energy. I honestly don't. So I never could hold on to that feeling anyway. But I'm just saying, overall in life, it's just not a good idea to hold that in. And I'm saying, if you're having challenges with that, with releasing that, see somebody. They can give you some advice as to how to release that, how to get rid of that, because it's so easy to say, oh, just forgive them and move on. For some people, it's hard. It's like, I need steps. And I honestly don't have the steps because I can't hold anger like that. I can't. I can decide after something has happened that, yeah, this is the last time that that's going to ever happen between us, because I'm removing myself from the situation. So that's my way of being done with it. I don't hate you. I've forgiven you for it. I've learned a major lesson, but I don't have to deal with you anymore, So that's how, in some cases, I have dealt with things, depending on the severity of it, how toxic it was. It just depends. In some cases, you guys can sit down and have a talk, and you can kind of heal that thing and work it out and move on. But that's not the case in all situations. So yeah, forgiveness, family. So forgiving siblings, family members, parents, families, like I said, you have to do it for you. You can blame and blame and blame. And you're probably right in how you're feeling. But after a certain time, like once you become an adult, you have to really take ownership for what has happened to you. You know, no, you weren't responsible for what happened, but you can now take ownership and say, I'm going to make the steps necessary to make sure that I'm healed from the situation. And that means, again, therapy, talking it out to somebody who's trained in that area, who can give you advice on how to move forward with it. You know, you don't have to be stuck in that bitter, angry, blameful place. Yes, they did this, but moving forward, this is how I'm going to handle it. I'm going to heal, work it out, and move on with my life. So you don't have to hold on to the blame and anger, you know, because it's harming you in the end, and that's what I'm saying. You can make yourself ill, even sick. And just, can you imagine if you've got several people that you felt have harmed you in some way, and you're holding on to all of that, you know, for your whole life? Can you imagine the damage you're doing to your body inside? You are creating illness and disease inside of your body, holding on to that. It's not helping you at all. Release it. You know, that's the best thing you can do. Now, you don't have to be up in their faces and smiling and kikiing. No, we're not going to pretend like it didn't happen. No, that's crazy. Now you've been through it. You can cut this thing off before it even starts. But yeah, forgiveness, family. That's for you. That's for you and your well-being and your health. You know, and like I said, I've seen a person firsthand just suffer from holding on to the things that were done to them, things that wasn't their fault. But you have to learn how to cope and deal with things, manage your anger and your emotions. And yeah, that definitely starts with therapy, family. And loving on yourself, learning to love yourself, family. That's the first step as well, you know, because when you decide to not harbor anger towards people for things that they've done to you, that's a form of loving yourself. Because when you're not doing that, you are harming yourself. So I choose love, family. In the end, you're going to look back at this thing down the road from a place, hopefully, where you've grown from a situation. And you can look back and say, I remember when I was there. And look at me now. You know, I've grown from it. You know, it was hurtful at the time, but I grew and learned a great deal about people and about myself. And now I'm going to move forward and know that I'm never going to put myself in that position or situation ever again. You know, and yeah, and just like I said, forgiving others, you know, there's a whole host of reasons why people do things, you know, and that's not really what this video is about. It's just about more so focusing on protecting yourself, having peace in your life, you know, releasing anger and ill feelings toward others, and living your best life, your happiest life. So family, I hope this video gave you some nuggets of some things to strive to if you're not already there. Yeah, just forgiveness, man. Just forgive them. Like I said, I'm not saying excuse the behavior, move on past it like it didn't happen. No, we're not saying that. But for you, you need to have a peace of mind for yourself, and not to just be a walking time bomb ready to explode with anger because you're holding in all these grenades. You don't need to live your life like that, you know. And like I said, you're harming yourself. You'll end up with all types of health issues. Nah, we don't need that, family. So family, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. Please like and subscribe. And family, I'll see you on the next video.